All right, give me a moment. Okay, we're in section 6 of the notes. We're just talking about Sage, and Sage, again, is a computer algebra system. You can install the software on your computer if you want. A lot of students I know from prior experience, a lot of students have big troubles with that. Some of the troubles, some students are running Chromebooks, and Chromebooks really have I'm not saying they can install software, but it's really difficult to install software on a Chromebook. But if you have other computer, one that's running an operating system allows you to install software, I would recommend installing software. However, it is trouble for a large number of students. I do post a video on the website about how to do that, but if it's overwhelming you, we do not want you to be overwhelmed. So what I'm going to recommend is you use actually the website that we present to you, which is the sagemath.org website. And if you go there, it looks like this. And we've talked about it a half dozen times at least. You go to the CoCalc Instant Sage worksheet. Really easy to do. But again, I want to warn you about this is you're using somebody else's computer to do a computation. They're not going to let you do serious work on their computer. They might let you do a trivial problem, but they're going to start bogging down and how they'll do it. That's why it's so important you learn to use software on your computer. I'm not saying now, we're not trying to stress you out, but you think about this in time, you're going to work your way through Essex County College and eventually going to get out of Essex County College and you're going to be at another place, hopefully a university that's going to hold you accountable by saying that you really need to do really serious problems. And serious problems are going to require serious software. And Sage is serious software. All right. Now, we're not using it in a serious way. We're kind of using it in a very trivial way. We're just kind of typing in little tiny Python code here. But, a new worksheet, Sage worksheet. And what you can do is, I'm not going to say you're going to learn much here, but at least you're getting familiar. Like we've done this many times before, right? Remember, shift return, you're typing this over there. All right. Now, what I want to do is I just want to, say, I want to go to my terminal and I like running this on my terminal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the Sage application. And Sage is, it's software that runs on a large number of computers. And it's really important if you want to move forward to learn how to use a computer. If you're going into anything that's related to mathematics, like the STEM related areas like engineering, computer science, or mathematics, you're going to have to learn how to use a computer algebra system. But let me type this stuff in for you, really simple. Reset. We've been over and over again. It seems like the same stuff. But you know what? Repetition does work. Plot. I guess we did plot before. And, I'm getting tired. I'm going to just copy that in. What does it do? It graphs it out. And I want to tell you what it graphed out, which may seem unusual to you. What I do, I graphed out both the sine function and the arcsine function. Right? You should realize that one is in green, one is in blue. What does it say? X minimum, X maximum. What's that? Well, the X's are going between -1 and 1, and the Y min is going between -1.6 and 1.6. You know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to play around with my code now. All right? So, whoops, sorry about that. I'll go back to my code. I'm sorry about that. And I'm going to change it. It says, why do you want to change things? I want to learn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, X maximum, I'm going to say 2 pi. Remember, I got to put down, that star. X min, I'm going to write down minus 2 star pi, 2 pi. I'm going to say Y min is, I don't know, -2. And Y max, remember this, if I type something that's wrong, it's not going to blow up. I made a mistake. You see that? So what happens over here? And I'm looking at it, and I'll read it to you. It says keyword arguments repeated. Let's see what I repeated. Oh, I see it now. I repeated X min twice. Let me go back over that. X-min was written down twice. Sorry about that. Didn't blow up though, did it? X max equals 2 pi. And you can make mistakes too. Let's see, y min. I think I said -2 last time, right? -2 and let's see. I guess y max now, right? And let's make it 2. Make another mistake, I'll just come back with some kind of cryptic error, but it can't hurt to read it. There it goes. So someone said, wonder what just happened there. I changed the parameters. And what I'm seeing, I definitely see the sine curve. And what else do I see? I see the arc sine. And the arc sine is in green. All right. Again, we went through this in notes. Make sure you know what I mean by that. This stuff should be making sense to you. As you play around with software, though, not only will this stuff make more sense to you, but you're going to start to learn to use the software. Let me close that out. And I'm going to look at another problem. And I'm going to clear this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste again. This is related to what we're doing in the notes, by the way. What do I want to do? Plot 3 times the arc sine of x minus 5, x min to be 4, x max to be 6, y min to be -5, y max to be 5. What does it do? It graphs the picture for me. All right. It's also in your notes, by the way. So over here, you look at the other parts of the code over here. Certainly, you can do this stuff over here as well. All right, you can do that. I do want to point out, some people get confused. I can't remember, but that dot end notation. Let me do that for you. If I don't do the dot end notation, let me show you. You get pi in the answer. What's that dot end notation? It's really forcing a decimal answer. You should know the difference between the two. All right. So what I want to do is I just want to briefly discuss that. Although a lot of people don't think Wolfram Alpha is a good computer operating system to use, it's not a bad place to start. So I want to go back to the web, and I'm going to go away from this Sage site and go to Wolfram Alpha. And what I want to do is I want to plot this. All right. So I want to see if I can do it. So someone says, what do you mean do if I want to do it? I just want to see if I can plot something. Plot y equals 3 times the arc sine. Right. So what I'm doing, just typing that line I see above my web browser, x minus 5. I hope you remember anyway that we just graphed that. What do I like about Wolfram Alpha though? It actually interprets my input, it typesets it, and it gives me a picture of it. Here's the deal though. Someone's going to say they give me more information over here. And what they basically do is they give me different scales. If you're paying for Wolfram Alpha though, you'll be able to play around with this stuff over here in more detail. I'm not paying for Wolfram Alpha though. All right. The reason for that's expensive, and Sage is really good if you can learn to deal with it. But I'll be honest with you, commercial software is much better. So I just want to go to one more application. Just give me 1 second. And I'll tell you why I like commercial software. It tends to be a lot easier to use. And what do you mean by ease? That it's really, really nice software. Just give me 1 second. Grapher. I'm sorry, I lost track of my thought. And I can use Grapher to do this, okay? So we're going to plot out y equals 3 star arc sine x minus 5. All right, I see it. I don't see the whole thing now. So what I'm going to do is pull it over. I'm going to zoom out. You see what I'm doing? You know, I'm kind of looking at it and equalize axes. And I got a picture of it. And someone says, you know, why do pictures look so different between applications? I want to claim one of the biggest problems with pictures is the choice of scale. Now, this is properly scaled over here. This is improperly scaled. What do I mean by that? The X and Y axis don't have the same scale. You notice that 6 units here, and that's 4 units there. They're not compatible. But if you notice over here, this thing is actually squared out, that the X and Y axis have the same scale, right? And that's why they look different, but they're really the same graph. All right. All right. Thank you.